What's going on, guys? It's your boy Mail Jones here, and we're back here with another NFL weekly prediction. And this time, we'll be doing our Week 17 predictions for this week. Let's get this thing started here. So, as you all know, last week I went 8-8, which I kind of did really good last week, and all of a sudden my overall record is 41, 49, 90, which that's pretty solid. So yeah, so before I give you my NFL Week 17 prediction for this week, don't forget to put thumbs up, like the video, subscribe to my channel more option, and comment down your opinion below to see who you got winning Week 17. So overall, we got the Dallas Cowboys facing against the Washington Commanders. The Cowboys were favored by 7, and now the points went up to 9.5. Um, Obviously, as you all know, this is a big spread. But as you all know, I am taking the Dallas Cowboys to sweep the season series to win this game. And I'm going to take them to cover that 9.5 point spread because, Dallas, the overall better team, has better quarterback play, and they got the better offense. And the Commanders are starting a third string quarterback as well. So, no Mariota, no Jaden Daniels. If both these guys are playing, it can totally change how the way the Commanders' offense play. But I feel like against, the I feel like with the third string quarterback playing against the Commanders, against the Cowboys, is really not a good idea. And I don't see how the Commanders' offense move the ball successfully enough. But I do think the Cowboys' defense can play a lot better here because throughout the past couple of weeks, their defense have not been playing up to the task where they were giving up so many explosive plays because we know they're bad against the pass and their run defense is playing good. But you could say they're just mediocre against the run. And Commanders can run the football. But I feel like if the Commanders really want to have any chance, they're really going to have to run the football in this game. And if they can't run the football with their backup quarterback, it's going to be a struggle against any team they play. And I really think that, Dallas defense may not look as bad. I think Eberflus can have a good game plan against this Commander offense like he did in the past. And I feel like, and also the Commanders' defense is the worst unit. I feel like Dallas, can totally get their run game going and get the passing game going as well. And I think CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, Jake Ferguson's just going to be like too much for the it's going to be too much for the Commanders' defense to handle. And I feel like the Cowboys' offense will overpower them. And, like Dallas, they're probably going to put up 30 points in this game. They're probably going to put up 30 plus because, last week against the Chargers was a disaster where they shot themselves in the foot like late in the third quarter. Where they did get their offense going in the first half until the second quarter. They the second half, they couldn't really get nothing going offensively where they couldn't really score a point. So I think Dallas does play a lot better here. So, yeah, I'm going to take the Cowboys to win and the Cowboys to cover as well. They're probably going to score like 30 plus in this game, and I don't think the Commanders are going to be able to keep up. So, yeah, give me the Cowboys to win, the Cowboys to cover. Next game, we have the Detroit Lions against the Minnesota Vikings. The Detroit Lions are favored by 7.5. Obviously, this game right here, as you all know, the Vikings are going to be without J.J. McCarthy. So it will be a third string once again starting because, J.J. McCarthy has a hand injury. But anyways, though, I'm taking the Lions to get back on track to win this game. Like, they really got to win this game if they really want to go to playoffs because if they don't win this game, they're done. Like, they're finished. Because so far, the Lions have not been looking like themselves, really. Like, so far, the offense, it's been good for the most part. And we know they couldn't get the running game going against the Steelers, but they were able to pass the ball more because, we seen the Steelers defense did stuff up Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery, but I feel like they could totally get the run game a little bit going against the Vikings because the Vikings have been barely mediocre against the run lately, but their pass defense is really good. But I feel like the Lions offensively can really get after that secondary because I don't think Minnesota has any corners to match up well with Amon Ra and Jamison Williams. Like those guys can go up and have a good game as well. And I feel like Dan Campbell, he's gonna get it right. He's gonna take the foot off the gas and all that. And I just really feel like when you look at the Lions defense, they do have some injuries though, but I feel like the defense can play a lot better here because they're playing against third string quarterback, and the Vikings offense is really not really good because they struggle to score points as well. So yeah, so basically the Lions might put up 30 points in this game. I'm pretty sure they might put up 30 or more. And the Vikings, they're probably they might not put up enough points though to keep up because the Vikings offense has not been great lately. Because one time when the Vikings played against the Seahawks with a third string quarterback, they had no points against that Seahawks defense. And I feel like the same can happen again as well against the Lions. Even though their defense has totally taken a step back and being very predictable, I still think their defense can play a lot better here. So, by the way, I am going to take the Lions to win, and I will take them to cover as well because the Lions got more to play for because they're trying to look to at least clinch a playoff berth while the Vikings could be playing for next year. You never know. And the Lions do have the better quarterback as well. And they're just a more experienced team. And they need to get revenge after, that loss against the Vikings at home. So the game's in Minnesota where, Minnesota is tough to play at, but at the same time, the Vikings aren't a good team. And we know they've been playing really well recently, but I'm going to take Detroit because they're just the much more complete team overall. So, yeah, that's why I'm taking Detroit to win, also taking them to cover that 7.5 points. Next game, we have the Denver Broncos against the Kansas City Chiefs. The Denver Broncos are 13.5-point favorites against Kansas City Chiefs. Now, I know this is a big spread, and the reason why Denver is favored because, they don't got Mahomes playing. And the Chiefs, they could be, and now I just found out that the Chiefs are now going to be without a lot of starters. George Karlaftis questionable to play due to an illness. He was on the injury report today. Let's see. Nick Bolton had an illness. Jalen Moore is questionable with a knee injury. They just put a couple players on IR. They just put Rashee Rice, Trent McDuffie, Tyquan Thornton on IR. Leo Chanel's on IR. Juwan Taylor's on IR. So, yeah, I mean, this is a lot of injuries for the Chiefs. And so is Gardner Minshew's hurt as well. And now they're going to be starting a third-string quarterback as well, too. And Chris Oladokun, I don't even know what his name. I don't know how you pronounce. So they're starting a third-string quarterback. So basically, they don't have Mahomes. They don't got. So it's a third string against this Bronco defense. So as you all know, I am gonna take the Broncos to sweep the season series and to beat the Chiefs again. Because the Broncos have more to play for, and the Chiefs don't have no much to play for because they just got eliminated from the playoffs after the Chargers beated them again, and we already know they're not going to make the playoffs this year since they got eliminated. And Broncos are trying to look to get that 1 seed. So basically, I am going to take the Broncos to win the game because the Broncos are a little bit more healthier. And the Chiefs got too many injuries to overcome. And without Mahomes and without Minshew and with a third-string quarterback, I don't see how the Chiefs are going to be able to do much offensively. And I feel like, if they really want to do something offensively and score, they're really going to have to run the football. Because, the Chiefs' run game has not been great lately. And the Broncos' defense because the Broncos' run defense is the best unit. Because they can stop the run really good. They can stop the pass really good because, the Broncos got a top 3 run defense, and they got a top 10 pass defense as well. And their coverage unit is really good. And I just don't really think the Chiefs offense is going to do enough to beat the Broncos man coverage. because we know they like to play a lot of man coverage, and I don't think they can think the Chiefs offense is going to be able to beat is going to be able to get past that. It's without Mahomes. If Mahomes was playing, I feel like they can get past it. But like I said, with the Chiefs dealing with a lot of injuries, I don't think their offense is going to be able to move the ball much. So I think the Broncos is probably going to blow them out, though. They'll probably put a 30 burger on them. Who knows? They probably will. But I feel like it could be a lower scoring game because we know the Chiefs defense is really good, but they got too many injuries, like I said, to overcome. So I'm going to take the Broncos to win the game, and I'm going to take them to cover that big spread as well. And they're playing a lot more better ball than the Chiefs, and I feel like they will bounce back after losing to the Jags by 2 possessions. So, yeah, they should bounce back big as well. All right, now we're going to move to – we got the Christmas games like the Thursday game. Now we got to move to the Saturday games. Now we got the Houston Texans against the Los Angeles Chargers. The Chargers were 2.5-point favorites against them, but now they're 1.5-point favorites against the Texans. The Chargers are. So basically, this game right here can go either way. Now, we know a lot of people could be picking the Texans to win because the Texans do have the best defense in football. And the Chargers so far got a really good defense as well. And both of their coverage units is good, and both of them can get pressure as well. Now, now it all comes down to see who will make more plays because we already know both these two teams have really great defenses, but their offenses, I would like to say Chargers have better offense as well. They have a better running game than the Texans, but I don't think both teams are going to be able to run the ball as much as well because they're not going to be able to do much. But I feel like if the Texans can put pressure on Herbert, I think the Texans might have a chance to win the game. But, the Chargers really have a great defense coordinator, Jesse Minter, who's really good at confusing young quarterbacks as well. Because the Texans don't have a great offensive line. And the Chargers' offensive line is beat up with injuries. I just don't really see how the Chargers are going to be able to move the ball successfully through the air against that defense. And so far, the Chargers do. And so far, the Chargers, so far have been really good at home recently. I mean, they do have a really great offense, and they do have a great defense as well. But it all comes down to see who his defenses makes more stops. So, yeah, but I feel like the game right here can totally be close. But I'm going to take the Chargers to win because the Chargers are at home and playing in LA is difficult. And I really think that the Chargers so far, I feel like their defense can come out there and make more plays, which that allows the Texans, with their offense, allow them to be, probably on their heels as well. And I just don't really see them going on the road facing against a really good defense like the Chargers, especially in LA in their building. Because we already know the Texans did lose to the Rams in LA. And playing LA is not easy as well. And I feel like playing LA, is pretty much tough to play at. And it's pretty much underrated. So, by the way, I will take the Chargers to win the game, but giving the points with the Texans because I feel like this game right here will be a low-scoring game because both of their defenses are really good. I think the Chargers can win by a field goal. I think they can win maybe they win 17-13, maybe they win 24-20 or 20-17, something like that. So yeah, give me the Chargers to win, but give me the Texans with the points. All right, now we got next game. We got the Baltimore Ravens against the Green Bay Packers. The Ravens are 3-point favorites against the Ravens. Obviously, the Ravens are coming off of a tough loss against the Patriots, while the Packers are coming off another tough loss against the Bears. Obviously, this game right here can go either way. Both quarterbacks are hurt. as we all know, they are hurt as well. Love is dealing with an injury; he's questionable to play. Um, so far, Lamar's questionable to play with a back injury, so he didn't practice. Neither Love did, and we know Malik Willis is injured. So far, both quarterbacks are injured. Jacobs is injured as well. And at the same time, I just really think that, it all comes down to which make more plays on defense. I feel like the Packers defense makes more plays more than the Ravens because the Ravens defense stinks. Like, the Ravens defense is really not good. And I really think the Packers offense can get past them because Christian Watson's a deep threat. He could be a problem. Jaden Reed, Romeo Dobbs can be a problem as well. Like, those guys can be a problem for any defense like the Ravens who play a lot of soft zone and man coverage. And we know the Packers offense does a really good job beat that. And I think when I look at the Ravens, I could just say, oh, the Ravens so far, they looked pretty good in that game against I could say they looked it pretty good in that game, against, the I could probably let's say, oh, they looked it pretty good in that game against the Patriots a little bit, like in the first half until they start declining a little bit. Like, and Drake May was able to get past them because the Ravens don't have a great pass defense, and we know they give up a lot of explosive plays. The Packers defense does that too, but they can get pressure as well. But I feel like without Micah Parsons, it kind of hurts them. And if Josh Jacobs is not there, I don't think the Green Bay Packers are going to be able to run the ball as much. And so far, their run defense is really good, and they do have a really good top pass defense as well. And the Ravens, their run defense is pretty solid. Like, their pass defense is not great. But it does come down to see which offenses make better plays. But it all comes down to see which quarterback's going to be able to play and see which quarterback does not. If Lamar plays and Jordan Love doesn't play, I might go with the Ravens. But if Lamar doesn't play and Jordan Love does play, I might go with the Packers. But if both quarterbacks play against each other, it could be interesting. I don't know because all know they're both quarterbacks are injured and are on injury report. And now they don't really know because Lamar didn't practice today. Jordan Love practiced, but he remains concussion protocol. And Lamar's dealing with the back injury. So, yeah. So, I feel like this game right here could be close because I just don't really see both teams be able to run the ball successfully. But the Packers, both teams do a good job stopping the run as well. So, by the way, it's going to be a close game. But I'm going to say Lamar does play and Jordan Love does play. So I'm going to call my upset of the week. I'm going to call Ravens to beat the Packers because I just really think that the Ravens, really need this win more than the Packers because, the Packers really need to win. I know the Packers need to win this game to clinch the playoff berth. And but I have a feeling the Ravens need to win this game more than the Packers because the Ravens are trying to get in the playoffs and trying to catch the Steelers. Because I feel like if the Ravens win, the Steelers lose, and it can open the door for the Ravens, to stay alive in the playoff race. But if the Ravens lose, they're eliminated and all that. So, yeah. So, basically, I know Green Bay is a much more complete team, but at the same time, I just really think that the Ravens, I just really think that the Ravens are going to find more ways to win. I feel like with Lamar Jackson playing, I feel like it helps their offense because we know the Ravens' offense has been very consistent, but they were able to keep up with the Patriots as well. So, yeah, I think it could be a higher scoring game, but I'm just going to go ahead and just take the Ravens for now until something changes. I mean, maybe I'll change my pick later on in the week if Lamar Jackson doesn't play. So, yeah, who knows? All right, next game. We got the Pittsburgh Steelers against the Cleveland Browns. The Steelers are 3-point favorites against the Browns. Obviously, As I stated before, if the Steelers win this game, then they clinch the AFC North and they already clinched a playoff berth. But if they lose and the Ravens win, the Steelers will still be in first place, but the Ravens will still be alive. Um, so far, I want to talk about the Steelers so far because I like how the way the Steelers looked as an offense so far. I thought they ran the ball really well against Detroit. They were creating play action and all that. And so far, I like how the way their defense looked against Detroit. Like they stopped the run and all that. Like, yeah, I like how the way the Steelers are playing as a team. But here's the thing. The game's in Cleveland, and the Browns are really good at home, and playing in Cleveland's tough because of their defense. But I just really think that, the Browns do match up well with the Steelers really well because they do have the pass rush to get after Aaron Rodgers, and they do have the cornerback in the secondary to at least, cover against the Steelers receivers. I mean, the Steelers receivers are not good outside DK Metcalf, but here's the thing. DK Metcalf is suspended, so they won't be able to have him, but I mean, I don't want to say the Browns are going to be able to upset the Steelers because we already know they don't have DK Metcalf due to a suspension. But I still think the Steelers can do enough offensively to move the ball. It just that somebody's going to have to step up. It's either going to be Jonnu Smith, Pat Firemouth because their receiving core is not great. I feel like they can get the running game a little bit going like they did against the Lions. And I just really think that when I look at that defense, I think they can do enough to at least stop the Browns running game and force them in tough situations. And the Steelers pass defense has been playing a little bit better. And I really think that, playing against a rookie playing against that defense is not a good idea. So I just really think that the game will be close and competitive, but I am going to go with the Steelers to win this game because I feel like if they win this game, they clinch the AFC North with the win or Ravens loss. So basically, despite DK not playing this game, I feel like this game will be close and I feel like it's going to be a low scoring. And I think this is a game where I think the Browns defense stays in it. And I will take the Steelers to win this game, sweep the season series because the Steelers are the more complete team and they have the better quarterback. And I think they have better coaching, in my opinion, as well. So I'll take the Steelers to win, but give me the points with the Browns. I'm gonna say give me the points with Cleveland because I think Cleveland's defense can stay in this game as well, and then I think they'll get some stops here and there, and the Steelers defense will get some stops here and there. But I think it will be a low scoring game, like a 20-17, 17-13, like something like that. So yeah, so I'll take the Steelers to win, but I'll take the Browns to cover. All right, next game we have the New Orleans Saints against the Tennessee Titans. New Orleans favored by 2.5 points. Obviously, this game right here can go either way. Um, obviously, I just really think that this game right here can go either way because both teams right now they're not heading in the right direction. But so far, the Saints have been playing better football as of late, despite their elimination. And Tennessee's coming off a big win against the Chiefs. This game right here can go either way, but it depends on which offense will find a way to succeed. Because so far, the Saints, because so far the Saints, their offense is playing a lot better, and Tyler Shuck's playing good, and the defense is playing a lot better. But you can argue saying the Titans defense did play good against the Chiefs, and so far the Titans offense has been up and down. They've been putting points on the board, staying competitive, yeah. But I feel like it comes down which defense makes the big plays and which offense make the better plays. But I think it could be somewhere. It could be something where I think But I think it could be where the game can be low scoring, both defenses stay in the game, but the offenses start to decline and struggle to score points and all that. So yeah, but both teams don't have a great receiving core. Both teams have a great defense. Um, so far, both of their offenses are not good. You can say the Saints do have a better offense. Saints do have a better defense as well, but they do have a top five pass defense, but a bottom 20 run defense. And the Titans, don't have a great pass defense and a run defense as well. So the Saints offense could put some points on the board, and so is the Titans as well. But I think this game will be close. But I'm gonna go with the upset alert. I'm gonna go Tennessee to win because I just feel like the Titans offense can do enough to at least like get past the Saints defense. And I feel like Cam Ward's gonna have some good moments as well. So yeah, so I think it will be low scoring game like 17-13, 13-10, something like that. Or maybe 24-20, 20-17. So I'm gonna take the Titans to win straight up. And give me the points as well. Next game we have Jacksonville Jags against the Indianapolis Colts. Jacksonville is 6.5 point favors against the Colts. Um, obviously, Jacksonville is totally coming off of a hot streak, while the Colts are totally need to win if they really want to stay alive because they're on a 5 game losing streak right now and haven't won after since before the bye. And so far, I think this game right here can come down to the wire to see which team makes more plays. But at the same time, I just really feel like, I like how the way Jacksonville looked against the Broncos. I thought their offense played good against them. Like, they were moving the ball, they were controlling the game. Like, so far, they couldn't run the football, but they were able to get their offense going. And their defense played outstanding against the Broncos as well. I think he can do it against the Colts again because the Colts offense has not been playing really well. But the Colts offense did play a little bit better against the Niners, but it wasn't good enough. And their defense was totally not playing up to the task because we seen them gave up 40 plus to the Niners. But I feel like Jacksonville's probably going to score 30 points in this game because we already know the Colts defense cannot stop anything right now, but their offense can go out there and just make it and score. But I think Phillip Rivers, I think, he can have a good game plan against the Jags defense. And I think the Colts offense can do enough to at least like I just think they're gonna do a good job, to like move the ball successfully against the Jags defense has not been great because Jacksonville doesn't have a great pass defense, and I think Phillip Rivers can totally take advantage of that. But Phillip Rivers isn't playing really well right now, and the Colts offense has not been playing really good. I'm gonna take Jacksonville to win because Jacksonville's an overall better team, better quarterback, and I just really think that they do have the better offense as well, and the Colts offense has declined. So, yeah, especially Jacksonville's trying to chase the Broncos to get that 1 seed. They're chasing for the division because I feel like, they win the division with the win or Texans loss. So, yeah, so basically, yeah, so I'm taking Jacksonville to win straight up because, they have more to play for and the Colts could be looking to play for next year because I don't really think they're going to make the playoffs this year. Like, they've been on a losing streak for like so long for like 5 straight games, and all of a sudden they look like they're not the same team anymore. So basically, I think this game right here can come. I think Jacksonville finds a way to pull it off. I think they win in close, like 31-24, 34-21, 38-34, something like that. So, yeah, I'll take the Jags to win, and I will take the Jags to cover. All right, next game, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers against Miami Dolphins. Tampa Bay is favored by 5.5. Obviously, I got the Bucs winning, and I got them covering because the Bucs got the better quarterback. They're the more complete team, and the Dolphins don't have much to play for because they're not going to make the playoffs, and the Bucs so far are looking to at least clinch a playoff spot if they win out. So yeah, and so far the Bucs need to respond because so far, they have not been looking good for the past 3 weeks. Losing 3 straight games in a row opened the door for Carolina to get to first place in the division, which that's crazy. Overall, I just think the Bucs, their defense is not good, and we know Dolphins' offense has been up and down. I think the Bucs' defense can play a lot better here, and I think Bowles will come with a good game plan as well against the Dolphins because we know Dolphins are playing a third string again, and I just really think that the Bucs so far are just like. I just don't really think that the Bucs are going to be able to do much, with I feel like they'll be able to do much offensively to put some points on the board. I feel like Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and Emeka Egbuka is going to be too much for the Dolphins secondary to handle. And I think those guys on the Buccaneers offensively can go off on them as well. And I think they do have a better defense as well, which I think that can get pressure on Tua which I can get pressure on Quinn Ewers and make life difficult on him. So, yeah, so there are starting a third string quarterback as well, and that's why I am taking Tampa Bay to win, and I'm taking Tampa Bay to cover as well. Because this number should have been more than 5, but I don't know why, but it should be more than that because they don't got Tua playing. So, yeah, but anyway, it's okay, but I still got the Bucs winning both ways to win and cover. All right, next game, we have the Arizona Cardinals against Cincinnati Bengals. Cincinnati Bengals are 7-point favorites against Cardinals. Obviously, I got the Bengals winning and covering because the Bengals so far are the better team, better quarterback play and all that. I mean, the Cardinals, they're really not that good, but which I think what they can do against the Bengals is I just think, their offense can totally get it going here. And I feel like, they'll find a way to do it there. And the Bengals, while they're getting ready to be prepared for their next game, and they're probably going to be prepared for this game because, like last week, they really shot the Dolphins. I think they have a better chance to shot the Cardinals because the Bengals do have a really good, high-powered offense, and the Cardinals don't, which I don't really think they'll keep up. And the Cardinals' offense has been terrible, and their defense has totally not been up to the task. So I think Jamar Chase, T. Higgins have a day. I feel like Joe Burrow has a day as well. So, yeah, even though they don't have a great defense, I think the Bengals offensively can do enough to at least, win more than 3 or 10 points and all that. So, yeah, so I am going to take, the Bengals to win the game, but I will take them to cover the 7 points as well. So, yeah, give me the Bengals both ways, the Bengals to win and the Bengals to cover. Next game, we have the New England Patriots against the New York Jets. The Patriots are 13.5-point favorites against the Jets. Obviously, I got the Patriots winning and covering because the Patriots so far are the best team. They have more to play for because they're trying to clinch the 1 seed along with the Broncos where they're chasing for, while the Jets are on a downfall and playing for next year because they don't have more to play for. And the Patriots are the more complete team and the better quarterback and coaching staff. And I just really think their defense so far has been the best unit, which I think they can find a way to get after the quarterback and make life difficult on Drake May. But I don't really see it as well. So, yeah. And I really think that Drake May will make more plays than the Jets as well. And I feel like the whole team makes more plays as well on both sides of the ball. So, yeah, so I will take the Patriots to win and cover. All right, next game, we have the Seattle Seahawks against Carolina Panthers. The Seahawks are 7-point favorites against the Panthers. Obviously, this game right here can go either way. Um, obviously, I'm gonna. This game right here will be fun to watch because I feel like if Carolina wins, they clinch their division, but if they don't, they tie the division as well. Like, yeah. So, so I really think the Seahawks will win because I just think their defense can find a way to make some more plays and make some more stops. And I don't think Carolina can keep up as well. And especially Seattle having a high flying offense. And Jackson Smith and Jigba could be a problem to any defense like Carolina because Carolina's defense is not great, but they have been playing a lot better. Sam Darnold has not been playing the way he should be because, Seattle's offense seemed like it's not playing really good as well and all that. So, yeah. But I have a feeling that the Seahawks can find a way to at least control the game and all that offensively where they could get in possession and win the game. So ultimately, so ultimately, I am going to take Seattle to win, and I'm taking them to cover as well because I just don't really think that the Panthers' offense can keep up because they don't have a vertical passing game, even though they can run the football. And I just don't really think they're as good as the Seahawks. So, yeah, so I am taking the Seahawks to win and cover. And they might put up 30 points as well. I'm probably going to say like 31, 24, 24, 17, something like that. So, yeah, so give me the Seahawks both ways. Seahawks to win and Seahawks to cover. Next game, we have the New York Giants against Las Vegas Raiders. Raiders are 1.5 point favorites against the Giants. Obviously, this game right here can go either way because both teams are trying to battle for the number one pick in the NFL draft next year. Because whoever loses out gets it. This could be one of the worst games of the week, and you shouldn't be watching that as well because, like I said, they don't really have a lot of stuff in there that I really like other than you guys. So yeah. So Giants are underdogs in this game. So basically the game can go either way and and I feel like, it all comes out which defense makes better plays. And so far the Raiders do have a really good pass defense and run defense as well that can really give the Giants offense fits. But I just really think the Raiders are going to get the run game going against the Giants' run defense has not been great because so far their run defense of the Giants is putrid, and so is their whole entire defense as well. And I really think that the Saints right now offensively, I feel like they can do enough to get things going, and I just really think that that the Giants, they really do have more explosiveness on offense, but the Raiders right now they can't get it right, but they have been looking better as of lately. So yeah, so I feel like this game right here will be close and competitive. It could be a low scoring game. So I'm gonna take the Raiders to win, but I will take them to I'm gonna say give me the points with the Giants. I think the Giants can do enough to cover that 1.5 point spread because I think the defense will keep them in the game as well. So yeah, so give me the Raiders to win. Give me the Raiders to cover. I'm gonna say the Lids cover as well. So yeah. So basically, feel like it will be a low scoring game as well. Giants offense and I've been playing good, but I really trust the Raiders more because I feel like the Raiders are probably going to win this game because you know I feel like they're just like the more like they're a better version of the Giants because we know the Giants defense is not great. So I'll take the Giants to cover, but I'll take the Raiders to win the game in low scoring fashion. Next game, we have the Philadelphia Eagles against the Buffalo Bills. The Bills are 1.5 point favorites against the Eagles. Obviously, this game right here can go either way. Now, I know most people could be on the Eagles to win because the Eagles, are pretty much the better team. But so far, the Bills are really good at home and they're back at home in this game, which it kind of helps. And obviously, what I want to say about the Eagles is that the Eagles offense has not been playing really good, but it has been playing a little bit better. But at the same time, the Eagles, they struggle to get things going offensively you know, with a 3-and-out, could be drop pass, sloppy plays. And we know the Bills' coverage unit is really good. I feel like, they can beat that. And, I really think the Bills' defense, I think they make more stops. So, yeah, and I just think their offense can find a way to at least, move the ball on the Eagles. So, yeah, but I think this game right here will be close. I think it will be competitive, but at the same time, I just don't really know if I have faith in the Eagles to go on the road and beat the beat the you know the Bills if they have control time possession. But I think the Bills can win this game if their defense gets a stop and their offense tries to close it out. So I'm gonna go with the Bills here because I think the Bills, are just like the more complete team. And, I just really think that, the Bills pretty much have the defense to get out there, the quarterback and have, everything of that and all. So, yeah, so I'm going to take the Eagles to win and I'm going to take the Bills to cover because I just feel like, I just don't really think the Bills are as good. And I don't really think that, I don't think the Eagles are as good as they were. They're playing better and they outgain opponents. So yeah, so I will take the Bills to win, but the Eagles to cover because I just really think the Eagles will hang around this game. But I think it will be a low scoring game like 24-27, like 31-27, like 2017, something like that. So yeah, so I will take the Eagles to cover, but I will take the Bills to win this game so they can at least race the Patriots. Next game, we have the Chicago Bears against San Francisco 49ers. The Niners are 3-point favorites against the Bears. Obviously, this game right here can go either way because we know a few people could be on the Bears to win because so far the Bears have momentum and they're finding ways to close out games. So far, their offense is playing really good and Ben Johnson's calling plays and the defense is playing a lot better. And I look at the other side of the Niners, their offense is one of the best in football, especially in passing yards, and the defense is playing a lot better as well. So basically, it all comes down to the wide receiver who makes better plays. The Texans so far have a top defense along with the Chargers. I mean, the other team, but I feel like the Bears defense could be a top unit in the league because they're leading the league in takeaways. So yeah, while the Niners are dealing with injuries, they're finding ways to win. And Robert Sala's doing a really good job with the defense. So yeah, so I think this game right here could be close. I think it can go either way. But if the Bears can get up early, I feel like they can blow the Niners out. But if the Niners get up early, they might blow the Bears out. So, yeah. So, I just really think that, I feel like the game will be close. And I feel like, in my opinion, I think Purdy will make more plays at the end to at least, win the Chiefs the game. So, I'm going to go with the Niners here to win. I think they're the more complete team as well. So I'm taking the Niners to win because they're at home. They have the better offense, the better defense as well. So yeah, so I think it's gonna be higher scoring game, probably like 37-30 or 33-20, something like that. So yeah, so I am gonna like take, the Bears with the points, but I will take the Niners to win this game by a field goal. As like say the point spread is a field goal as well. So yeah, so I believe the Niners offense will make more plays at the end to win the game. So yeah, I'm taking the Niners to win and Saints to cover. And I think they're a better team overall, which that's pretty much why. And then last game, Monday Night Football, we got the LA Rams against the Atlanta Falcons. The Rams are they're 8-point favorites against the Falcons. Obviously, I got the Rams winning and the Rams covering because the Rams so far are the more complete team, and the better quarterback and coaching staff, and the Falcons so far are a disaster. Even though they've been playing a little bit good football so far, like the Dolphins' offense is not. I mean, the Falcons' offense is not good. Like Kirk Cousins is not playing really well. The defense has not been playing up to the task. I think the Rams' offense can do enough to get past it, and I just really think that the Rams pretty much have the defense get after Cousins as well, who has not been great. And I really think that the offense of the Rams will make more plays at the end. I think um Puka can have a good game and all that. So yeah. So Devontae Adams he plays. And the Rams offense, is playing a lot better, playing like top unit in football while the Falcons are not. I mean, if Atlanta can keep up, I feel like it will be close. But if the Rams get up early, they might blow the Falcons out. So I think it will be close and competitive, like I said, and all that. But I don't think it will be close enough. And I don't think Atlanta will keep up. So I will take the Rams to win and cover because I just really think the Rams are just like, I feel like they're the more desperate team as well. So yeah. So I got the Rams winning as well with better quarterback, well, with a better quarterback, better coaching staff, the more complete team as well. Even though it's in Atlanta, and we know Atlanta came out of the way on primetime beating the Bills and Joey, but now this is different. And, the Falcons defense, they don't have a pass rush and they can't stop the run, but they can stop the pass a little bit better than them as well. So I will take the Rams to win this game either 37-23, 30-23, something like that. So yeah. I'll take the Rams to win, the Rams to cover. Well, those are all my Week 17 picks for this week. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget, if you disagree with me, let me know in the comments section below what you guys think. Well, anyway, this is Emmanuel Jones, a big fan. Thank you guys for watching. And I want to wish you a Merry Christmas as well. So, yeah. So, don't forget to like and subscribe my channel as well. So, yeah. So, that's all for my Week 16 prediction. 17 predictions. So yeah, so don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel to see more of my videos of a weekly prediction. You can go by playlist. So yeah, so thank you guys for watching. See you guys later. Peace.